How's it going, guys? WTS Weather here, and today I'm going to be updating you guys on the Atlantic hurricane season, along with the ongoing threat of Tropical Storm Ernesto. And I'm going to be letting you guys know exactly when we can expect our next tropical system. Here's Tropical Storm Ernesto right now. Currently has winds of 70 miles an hour, and it actually does look pretty solid at this point in time. It looks better than it did a couple of hours ago. The structure does appear to be somewhat improving. Right now, I do believe the storm could potentially be at, if not near, hurricane strength. I do think we'll be seeing a potential update to hurricane strength within the next advisory. Here's a better look at Tropical Storm Ernesto. It was pulling away from Bermuda right now. Did a little bit of a number on Bermuda there. Luckily, it does appear though that nothing major has happened on the island of Bermuda, thankfully. We do see Atlantic Canada up on the top of the screen, and we are going to have to watch out for some potential impacts. I don't think the impacts will be anywhere or anything too crazy there. I think we're really worrying about swell. Again, taking a look at Ernesto. Ernesto does look pretty solid right now. I do believe it will be upgraded to a hurricane when the next advisory comes out. So here's a wide shot of the Atlantic right now, and currently, other than Tropical Storm Ernesto, we're not really seeing anything too crazy right now in the Atlantic. Just a whole lot of dry air. You see a big area of nothingness going on right now. However, we do see some tropical moisture moving its way off of Africa, some potential waves off of Africa. We're not expecting any development from these waves at this point in time, and I don't think that's going to change. Here's the cone for Ernesto. Just want to make sure everyone's aware. 70-mile-an-hour winds, and it should be moving past Canada sometime on Monday and through Tuesday, and I don't really expect anything too crazy out of it. Maybe some weak tropical storm force winds in the coastal areas with some enhanced surf. So here's currently our sea surface temperatures right now, and as you can see, these sea surface temperatures are very warm. We do see a little bit of upwelling where Ernesto was, or some of those areas are not as warm as they once were last week. However, if any storm does happen to make its way into the Gulf or into the Caribbean, or even just north of the Caribbean, we could see some potential powerful storms start to spin up with some of those sea surface temperatures. It doesn't really take much. And again, sea surface temperatures are warm all off the coast of Africa as well. And here's our change over the past 7 days. We have been seeing some cooling a little bit ongoing over the area, again, where Ernesto was. Did do a number on those sea surface temperatures out in the Atlantic. Here's our ocean heat content. So again, any storm that happens to make its way, or any wave that happens to make its way into the Caribbean or into one of these Gulf areas, it's just going to have the potential to absolutely explode in terms of intensification here. And again, we are working with enough ocean heat content throughout the rest of the Atlantic where we could see, again, potentially strong storms. But I really do think the area that we need to watch for some of those really strong storms is that southern Caribbean into Gulf of Mexico area, because those ocean heat content numbers are quite impressive at this point in time. So here now I want to go ahead and show you guys the ensemble models. This is Ernesto right up here. And here we go with the members already showing some potential tropical waves moving off of Africa. You're gonna see that these members don't really do anything with them. They're just there. We don't really see any development. But what I really want you guys to take note of here is the fact that we are seeing an increase in some of these waves moving off Africa. So you see some of these bigger waves are starting to make their way off Africa. Over the past week, we have really seen a decrease in tropical waves. Now we're going to start to see a little bit of an increase in waves tropical waves moving off of Africa as we go forward here. Right at this point in time, there is a lot of development or a lot of dry air over these waves that's going to not allow for any development, luckily. And again, I do think with our current setup, we could potentially see some of these waves track a little bit north of the Caribbean, similarly to how Ernesto did. We could see some fish storms at first while this high is sitting off in the a little bit further east than it usually is. We could see some storms track a little bit out further east than what we normally see. But what I just want you guys to take a look at here is the increase in activity off of Africa. That's something we're gonna have to take a look at here. As at the end of the model run, we do see a ton of powerful tropical waves being shown coming off the coast of Africa, and I think that's going to be a trend. So here's our spaghetti models for the forecast period. This is the European model. Clearly, it does appear that we will not be seeing any sort of landfall in Canada from Ernesto. Thankfully, I think the impacts will stay minimal. And again, the European model does show some potential activity out over the open Atlantic waters. And again, I only expect this to continue. I think over the next week or so, it should be quite quiet. I think over the next 2 weeks, that's we're really going to start to see some more tropical waves with the potential to spin up here. Currently, none of these tropical waves are forecast to develop. We're looking at the GFS ensembles. Again, it doesn't appear that a landfall from Ernesto is likely. However, we are seeing an abundance of waves that are being forecasted off the coast of Africa. And if any one of these does happen to make their way into the Caribbean, again, guys, you just saw the ocean heat content. You just saw that sea surface temperatures. It might be. It could spell some bad news for the Gulf Coast and for the Caribbean. And so again, here's our dry air. You could see this moisture of of tropical waves is off. It's there. They're there. The tropical waves are there, but there's just so much dry air. And you guys saw it with Ernesto. It really weakened Ernesto, and that's what it's doing to these tropical waves. It's not really allowing them to develop. And however, what I do want you guys to know is how we move through this forecast period. We are seeing this dry air start to really weaken here. It's nothing, nearly nothing, even in just a couple of days in comparison to what it is right now. And now we're nearing about half a week out, 3 or 4 days out. Some of this dry air is really starting to weaken up here. And again, we see just big plumes of moisture moving their way off Africa. Those are our tropical waves that we're really going to be watching here. And I think once we get to past out of this week, I think for the next week we won't really see much development. But after the next week, though, we could see some potential spike in development out in this MDR, this main development region of the Atlantic. We could start to see a spike in development. And again, we are going to have to watching. Here's our GFS model. Um, Now we're taking a look at just precip here. Again, you see Ernesto. We see already some tropical waves off the coast of Africa, not expected to develop. But the GFS has really been hinting at some potentially stronger tropical waves moving off of Africa. No, nothing in terms of development, but still stronger waves moving off of Africa. Here's a very strong wave moving off the coast of Africa here over the next couple of days. And again, the GFS also has been kind of looking at something maybe popping up in the Gulf, some sort of wave coming down in the Gulf. Um, right now, what other areas I really do think we need to keep our eye on are out here in this main development region. And also, I would keep an eye on this Gulf and this Southern Caribbean area, as anything, even a very weak tropical wave that happens to make its way in there, could really just absolutely take off. Here's our precip amounts from the GFS and the tropical Atlantic. We are gonna see no matter development of these waves, we are gonna see a big amount of rainfall continue to fall over a lot of areas that again are most probably used to these types of summers where we see a ton of rain. Some areas in Cuba could receive over 2 or 3 inches in the next week. And some of these the Leeward Islands, the Windward Islands, could see some areas again reaching up to 2 or 3 inches of rainfall over the next week. We see an increase in tropical development and an increase in moisture over the next week. Here's our surf and our wave heights. I do just want to make sure people are aware. This is the main impact I'm worried about with Ernesto. I just want to make sure everyone's aware that there is going to be again some life-threatening surf off the coast of Canada and off some of these northeastern beaches here. There might be some life-threatening surf, especially off the coast of Atlantic Canada. As we move further here, we see Ernesto causing some big swells, especially in areas where there is a lot of traffic in the ocean. There could be some very powerful waves. And again, off the coast, we see waves reaching into 10 to 15 feet, and again, this could disrupt a lot of ocean travel, a lot of the ocean and boating industry, the fishing industry could really be disrupted by this storm over the next coming days. In Atlantic Canada, we do see some potential waves up to the 20-foot area off the coast, and waves uh, well into the 30s off Atlantic Canada. So again, this could potentially disrupt a lot of industries, and this could potentially disrupt an area that does heavily rely on the ocean for a lot of their income. All right, guys, that's gonna about wrap it up today. I know that was a very, very quick video. I went flying through this one. Um, I just want to give you guys a little bit of a quick update on the current situation in the Atlantic. We could start to see some development after the next week or two. We could start to see some more development, especially out in the Caribbean and out in the MDR. And Again, just a little quick update for you guys. I do not believe I will be making a video on Monday or on Tuesday. I do move back into college um, on Tuesday, so I do not believe I'm going to be able to upload a video for you guys. I do believe my next video will be on Wednesday. Hopefully, I'll be back on Wednesday to give you guys a big update and give you guys all the information that you need on the tropics. And again, guys, as we move into the winter seasons, don't forget I will be updating you guys on winter storms. I do enjoy winter weather as well, not just a tropics guy. I will be bringing you guys updates on winter weather as well. So go ahead and subscribe if you want more information on some of that winter weather. Feel free to subscribe if you want some of that information when the time comes. And yeah, that's gonna about do it for today, guys. See you guys on Wednesday, hopefully.